Hi. Okay, our quote today comes from Heisei Yamamoto. I write when something sticks in my craw. Writing is a compulsion or an itch. Good morning. Today is Thursday, May 6th, and now we have a senior presentation by Katie Pullman.
I used to resent video games. Growing up in a bustling family, I always finished Mario Kart in last place and often pouted at my brother's consistent medals. The only game I didn't despise growing up was Minecraft, occasionally popping on with my little brother. In spite of this, Animal Crossing is now my stress reliever. The small town living in Animal Crossing was a patch of clear skies to me. This obsession developed after quarantine burnout set in. After a month or two of pushing myself to use every ounce of free time, I realized I had forgotten to give myself the space to be human and dwell for just a moment. I had just spent days making a punch needle rug and even dabbled in a bit of baking, but I was so consumed with boredom that I finally gave video games a chance. I needed vacation in the comfort of my own home. After being introduced to this new world by my sister, I fell head over heels. The first few months after its release, I mocked her for the sheer amount of time she spent on it. I didn't understand why it had captured so much of her attention. But still, I stood over her, watching her show off her newly decorated island. Soon enough, catching bugs, growing trees, fishing for new species, each of these functions became part of my everyday routine. Even after 7 months with way too many hours of playtime, I find myself returning to these simplicities when I need a break from everything going on. For anyone unfamiliar with the game, Animal Crossing New Horizons is a Nintendo game where your character moves to a deserted island and is left to build up a town and community through simple tasks. This very open-ended game is a form of escapism, in the same way that film can strip down humanity and use the bare-boned structure to reflect on the way we live. Sometimes, the point of the game is to do nothing at all. Unlike slice-of-life games on the market, there are no enemies to fight off for an ultimate storyline, but at the same time, there is always something little to do. The best part of its structure is that you can do whatever you want within it. Some choose to play the game as it was intended, logging in briefly and progressing slowly through the motions. The other half of the players speedrun the game, breaking it apart at its seams. This more hardcore group spends hours amassing riches in the game's turnip market, creating picturesque islands, or even collecting and cataloging all the clothing and furniture the game has to offer. I'd place myself somewhere in between these two extremes. I think I was drawn to this game because during a time when my life lacked structure, the little routine of logging on each day gave me some consistency. This game's unique features also seem to have taught me a little bit about some of the complexities of life. While I don't think anyone is really picking up the game to learn about money management, it taught me a few lessons along the way. One of the game's icons, a raccoon named Tom Nook, forces players to take out a loan for their homes upon arrival, and several subsequent ones later on for home expansions. Juggling the compiling debt with the growing desire of buying the store's rotating stockpile of goodies is something I didn't plan to walk into. This weird in-between of escapism and its direct parallels to the real world creates a game which feels both like freedom and busy work. As insignificant as it seems, this game gave me hope. Amidst the commotion of reality, Animal Crossing represents better, simpler times. While I used to put pressure on myself to use every ounce of my free time, beat myself up for slipping down internet rabbit holes, I've realized how much I needed a break from the madness. Animal Crossing has become more of a place of comfort than a source of entertainment for me. The characters in the game don't have to worry about the rapidly deteriorating environment, school shootings, or a pervasive pandemic. They can simply live. My quaint virtual village has served as a reminder for me to pause and breathe, even if just for a moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Okay, and now we have a highlight reel from the spring concert.
home's horizon's my target. I keep on moving, never lose sight of it. Treating my memory of you like a fire that it burned out before you tried to move on. It's been 60 weeks since I saw Vienna. Bandage and a wild smell starts across my face. I'll pick up my hiking boots when I am ready, and I'll put down my roots when I'm dead. Not a night goes by, I don't dream of wandering through a home that might have been. I listen to my pride when my heart cried out for you. Now every day I wake again in a house that might have been a home. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a night goes by, I don't dream of wandering through a home that might have been. I listen to my pride when my heart cried out for you. Now every day I wake again in a house that might have been.
Okay, lunch today is pizza, and are there any faculty announcements?
Hello, everyone. First of all, everyone who was involved in the concert yesterday, congratulations. It was very entertaining and fun to watch, and especially impressive given like the mask situation and the distance situation. So thank you so much for all of that hard work that you guys put into it. But my actual announcement is that the Buffalo Seminary English contests are upon us. Yes. So for those of you who have not been through this before, the English department has 4 writing contests every spring: poetry, memoir, critical analysis, and short story. So you will soon see these posters up around the school. They explain all of the information that I'm about to give you here, which is that your entries must be submitted to the front office by May 17th. That's the Monday after the seniors are done. So not this next Monday, but the following Monday. You must limit yourself to a maximum of 3 entries, though of course you don't have to do 3 entries. Do not include your name on the submission, on the paper that is your submission. Instead, bring your submission to the front office, but you can't just leave it in the front office. You have to do like a human-to-human exchange with Ms. Barton, who will show you how to like put a number on it and then fill out a different forms, because it's all anonymous. And finally, I would really just like to encourage everyone to submit an entry if you feel moved to. I think especially sometimes freshmen and sophomores feel maybe a little silly doing it, but we have had younger students win awards before, and it's really great practice, and we just enjoy reading all of the entries and seeing all the cool, interesting work that you guys have been doing either in class or on your own all year. So thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Well, this is, okay. It's part of being an Amazon. Good morning, everyone. Katie, nice job this morning. I was breathing with you. Excellent. And for everyone who was in the concert, I can't tell you how much it made my heart feel good to be in this room with you and to watch you and to know how much time and effort was put on, especially during this year. To be in here with you was a privilege for me, so thank you for that. Driving into school today, I was thinking about how I've noticed that the pandemic has found amazing ways to get in our way. And it's blocked our paths, and it's made us pause, and it's for sure made us stop. And then I was thinking that when I lean in, that the pandemic has found ways to give us a new way, or give us a different path, or a different choice, or a new chance. The quick example I think of is having an audience for the theater. I crave being in a room, breathing with all of you. For the record, it's so nice to be with the seniors. Remember Arts Eye? That's what it kind of feels like. I crave us laughing together. I crave us taking a breath in, not sure what's about to happen. And yet, in the pandemic, our friends from China were able to watch the snow. And grandmas in Florida were able to watch the snow. And family and past students from Germany were able to watch the snow. And so we found a path, we found a way. This segues into another path that was given to SEM that normally would not have happened. Shays does an annual competition every year, and it's called the Kennys. If you get awards in the theater world, it's normally called the Tonys. Here in Buffalo, it's called the Arties, and for Shays, it's called the Kennys. And if you win the Kennys, you go to New York for the Jimmys. I think someone should name something the Susies, but anyways. So Shays has the Kennys, and how the Kennys work, and how the Kennys worked pre-pandemic, was that only if you were in high school that did a musical. Now for the record, let this be stated, I love musicals. Those who have spent time with me know my life is a musical. SEM's work ends up finding music in it. I know there's a bell, but we're in a pandemic and this is important. So, it's only been open to high schools that do musicals. At one time in SEM's history, actually, we won it because Miss Wilson, who was tone deaf, thought to do Act 1 of Sunday in the Park with George, and they won. This was like in the 80s, I believe. But anyway, so we can never compete, we can never be a part of it. But the pandemic has created a way. And they've opened up to all of Western New York. And what they did was they had 50 Western New York high schools apply. They had 193 award applicants. They had 278 individual video submissions, and there were 28 adjudicators. Amazing teaching artists who love education, who love youth wanting to do their passion. They've given categories, and they've taken out and shared the nominees. The nominees are in categories of outstanding acting performance, outstanding dance performance, outstanding vocal performance, outstanding leading actor, which means they did all three, and outstanding leading actress, which means they did all three. West Seneca West, in the category of outstanding leading actress, had 2 nominations. Fredonia High School had 1. Both of them are musical theater high schools. Nichols High School, which doesn't normally do a musical, has 1. And Buffalo Seminary, for the first time ever, has 1. Please take the time to tell Dagny Rebhan, congratulations for being nominated. What that means for her right now is that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, she's at 7:10 with these other students from 5 to 9, hoping to move on to the next level. She finds out on Saturday at 6 o'clock, and no matter what, she's representing SEM, she's doing something that is her passion and her love, and she had to submit 3 videos, go through all that adjudication, so just being there is an honor. So if you see her, tell her great job. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, that's all the time we have, but have a great day.